So hello, everyone. All ye people. Um, I'm gonna dive right back into some Baldur's Gate 3 here. The game's been a lot of fun so far. I had noted that it doesn't really feel like Baldur's Gate 3 so much as another Divinity Original Sin game, but that in itself isn't a bad thing either. Um, I'd love to see the I'd love to see the fifth edition engine displayed a little bit more here. See it in its full context, and really get an idea of what one can do. I don't know whether these feats that they're using here are um, are fully fifth edition things, because we've got the cantrip systems, right, which is in fifth edition. But there's like mini feats or like activities that might be a gameplay based interpretation of what how it would normally work. Um, so yeah, being able to see what's going on there is a great little thing. So to catch up any who may not have seen how this ran before, I finally broke camp for the first time after having obtained Lae'zel. She and Shadowheart are not happy together, but unless I want to change my character, my primary character, to be like a fighter or something,
How much further can I go?
I could change my dude to be like a physical character rather than being a sorcerer, and then I'd be able to utilize Gale here. But otherwise, Lazelle really just makes the most sense. It's just these two like diametrically opposed, morally speaking. So it's a bit much to get them to work together, but I can try it. Uh, do I sleep on the rock? Well, I am a lizard, and maybe it's a hot rock. We do have torches here, so I just rest up. Oh yeah, yeah, that feels great. All right, so yeah, broke camp for the first time, and this is very strange. It's almost like a micro hub world sort of thing going on here.
I am enjoying the latest addition to our little group. Lae'zel is delightful. In a very look at me twice and I'll dismember you kind of way, of course.
Asterion seems to be morally ambivalent too, so he may not mind her so much either. Um,
Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
yeah, you're just a magistrate, huh?
What's
All
up
right,
for
let's talk
discussion?
Shadowheart. I'd like you to be able to get along with Lae'zel a little bit,
Something the matter?
but it seems unlikely. Alright, so those are my three. Fallen tree. I'm gonna sit on it. It'd be nice if they told you what the actions did. The gear actions. Yeah, do I kind of like a sorcerer. I played my last Baldur's Gate 2 campaign that I played. I was a sorcerer as well. I do love the move set, the flexibility of being able to work with a bunch of different um, uh, to be able to cast whatever spells one would wish at any time. Albeit with a more limited spell book. capabilities. So the sorcerer thing, I've always kind of liked it, and to be fair, it works perfectly with the Dragonborn, someone with like innate dragon abilities, or someone whose magic is more of a primal thing than a learned one. It kind of fits thematically pretty well. So let's end the day. Get a good rest. Oh. But you just sit at night? Or it doesn't actually rest? Thank you.
Go to hell. Oh, nothing. Nothing. I'm just poorly making a point. You go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell. It's real. And it isn't trivial.
Yeah. I'm gonna auto-hide my taskbar for my own convenience. Yeah. You sound a tad more dejected
Merely contemplating.
than when we first met.
Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti.
You know, he makes a good point.
That's not abstract.
Makes a good point. In the Baldur's Gate series, the characters and situations, especially starting with the first one, the second one started getting a bit fantastical, but for the most part, a lot of the interactions were very grounded. This game starts off with flying ships and interdimensional travel or interplanal travel, mind flayers and dragons and stuff. It's a lot heavier. It's a lot bigger concept than how most Faerun, D&D examples are, games and so forth. So it does come off as a bit much, but I feel we can grow into that a little bit. I'm not too worried. We'll find someone who can help.
That's the spirit. Let's be up with the lark. Find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
Well, we have a healer. We do have one. But she does seem to be a little underprepared for this particular task.
Your magician seems dour tonight. Must not relish the idea of sprouting tentacles.
No.
Understandable. Can't say I'm a fan either.
Me either.
It's just hard to join in when all of this feels so new. The night normally means bustling streets, bursting taverns. Curling up in the dirt and resting is, a little novel. I'm in no place to rest yet. Today has been a lot.
Yeah,
I need some
fell
time
out of
to
the
think
sky.
things through. To process this.
I think
You
we all do.
sleep. I'll keep watch.
Yeah, he says that so devilishly.
The pleasure is all mine. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, of course he approves. I still can't place it. He reminds me so much of another character, that exact same look there that he gives. I can't place it exactly. Hey there, Marco. My cat just came up. He is eager to hang out. You normally
A
don't climb
monster
up on
forms
my
inside
desk.
us, yet you waste time with idle chatter.
Oh. Hey. Hey. That is my mouse cord. Alright. Can I talk to her?
Doing the rounds, are you? You'd better get some rest. What were you two talking about?
Let me put my camera here. I'm gonna move this up here. We shall block the mini map.
I see.
We just discussed.
I'd be careful with Gale.
You don't trust Gale?
He's a wizard. All they care about is power. Let's hope we rapidly find a healer. You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
Is she like a half elf, or? I mean, in this light, she looks reddish. She could be a Tanar'ii. It's like a half, or demon blood, effectively.
Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well.
Examine her. But she's a high half elf. Right. So she's a high elf, but half high elf. Yeah, 'cause she didn't look fully elven. At least in D&D, their features are a bit more pronounced. High elves kind of look like Vulcans. Or half elves do. While like a full-on elf in D&D often will look, yeah, they'll have very narrow lines and hard lines and extreme ears, eyes, brows. So they, in D&D, they'll look a lot like how Elder Scrolls elves do. Well, I think that's everybody here. So let's fully resting. Camp supplies. So can I use everything? These different weights. That's kind of fascinating. You can choose all these different aspects. Cured meats, dried fruits, kindling, anything else necessary to survive. It's 8 for 40, so it's effectively 2/10 of a pound, or 2/10 of a stone per supply. So this is probably the heaviest. Except, or is it universal across everything? So you can use things that are usable. like foods, like beverages here, you could use them in battle, but they can also be used specifically for camp supplies. Yeah, some of these seem to be more efficient than others as far as weight is concerned. So I would use the primary camp supplies, just camp supplies. There we go. Eat, drink, be merry, and sleep well. Asterion sleeps on his back, staring upward with his arms swayed. It's very awkward sleep. Right, so that gets everybody up to full health. Presumably spells have been rememorized. I probably should have checked my Shadow Heart's cleric spells, but you know, that's fine. Okay, so I presume from here I can just bring up the map. Right, this happens here. Leave camp. And it puts you back to where you had set up for camp. Alright, so here's our waypoint. I did not intend to do that. Here you go, Marco. Right, clearly that is our waypoint though. So we should be off. Right, Nemes is dead still, and guy wandered off, probably quite upset that he was leaving behind her, his companion. But I couldn't help it. I didn't have control over
Open the gate, you stubborn bastard! Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
Zevlor.
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the Druid? Please! There's no time!
No. That looks like a word.
By the nine hells! Open the gate!
Yeah, I believe his death is canon. We could do that for a bit. I'm certainly not hard up because of it. It continues until a long rest. Do I have any other spells here? I have 3 sorcery points. Examine. Do I have a maximum of 3 sorcery points? It doesn't state that exactly. Oh, that's just the total. Replenishable. Oh, right. So that's at any given time, and then it goes back to the max. Right. So at least with 3 of them right now, I can cast an explicit power attack or what have you. Alright. Spend spell slots to gain. So are you casting a spell to get the sorcery points? I almost wish those were just kind of separate things there.
One crisis after another.
It is cool that they separate that there. Alright, well.
I've got a long road ahead. Light on my feet.
Being watched.
You letting me go into the Emerald Grove? That's nice. Here's Zevlor. Let's go up the ladder real quick. Is there anything up there?
Hannah?
He's gone, Arthur.
No! Get up, Cannon!
Well, that's unfortunate.
He's not breathing! Go find a healer!
Do not embarrass yourself. He is gone.
No!
You shiver at the thought of a radiant future. Goblin and tiefling may reap slaughter upon one another until none remain, if you guide them true.
Yeah, so your character is, at least innately, you are happy to see them kill each other. It's unfortunate.
Someone's going to pay for this.
Arthur, no, wait! What are you doing?
Feel like we're being watched.
Well, I wonder here if I find...
Arthur, no.
More goblins. What's next?
What did I just pick up? Yeah, give me all you go. Rotten chicken eggs. I guess it would be utilized in some sort of longbow. Okay, so who can use it? Well, he can. Right. 4 to 9, 4 to 11.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
He cannot. He cannot. Lazio certainly could. 2 to 9. Not really sure what. In Short Pro 60, and it's lighter. I imagine if you can use it, you should use it. Simple enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, everybody's gonna.
Have some respect. This really isn't the time to talk.
Fair enough. I'll talk to you instead.
Let's move.
Have some respect.
No, I'm not big on that.
I should speak up.
Glad you made it inside. Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though. There'll be more coming. Goblins hunt in packs.
You know, they look very specific here. They all look, these Tanar'ii all have the same sort of look about them. But my understanding was Tanar'ii had a very randomized kind of look to them because they could represent having any sort of demon blood, not any specific one. Like, they don't come from the same lineage. At least not traditionally in Dungeons and Dragons. You could hold off the
Maybe,
board.
but we're not fighters. If they broke through, it'd be a massacre. The sooner we leave for Baldur's Gate, the better. If the road was clear, 10 days walk maybe. But while the goblins are out there, it might as well be the other side of the world.
We're being watched. He was homesick
On
too.
my way.
He didn't deserve this.
Someone there? Tricks.
Well.
A little souvenir.
Why did this happen? He was joking about octa soup just a moment ago.
Come on, Ricker.
Now what? We dig a hole and we're done with him?
We could say a prayer. We should have time for that.
Yeah.
That's right, I'm gonna get all the supplies. I'm gonna be able to camp out in the woods indefinitely. All the garlic.
Move unseen. Let's see here. Empty.
It is a little odd that it said that that was his supplies, and yet I don't.
Our Lady of Silver.
Feel like we're being watched.
May he rest by your side. He never hurt anyone. He always knew what to say.
Watch your back.
When I was homesick. He never let it show, but
There we go. What is there? It's so weird.
Time for discretion. Not a sound.
Let's go. What to do?
He was joking about Octa's suit just a moment ago.
Come on, Richter.
So now what?
I don't
Dig a
want
hole
the
and
easy
be
path.
Done with him?
We could say a prayer. We should have time for that.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be good.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers, buddy. Thoughts and prayers. Unless we do something about this, this rampant crime. Bugbears. I can't see. Where's the... Oh, a bugbear assassin. Just out of the blue up here? Okay. He's surprised.
Be quick.
Right.
At the ready.
Yeah, let's get up here so we can get this.
Stay focused. Heading there.
Ow. I critically missed.
Concentrate.
I'm out of healing?
stay idle.
Hi, hun, where'd you go? Did you run off? No, there you go. Nadira.
All right. What now?
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Always prepared. Charm person and disguise self are both always prepared.
Take your...
Hey, that wasn't terrible. I'm now out of spells.
Mutatis mutandis!
That's pretty cool. You can just change your appearance all the time.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square. You almost seem honest. Care to explain why you reek of the hells?
Oof, not the best for her. I really should have. But I do have advantage. Why? Situational. I rolled double fucking zeros, the double ones. What's the likelihood? It's 1 in 400 to roll double critical failure.
Well, that's quite the story. And I thought I was doomed. Now I feel sorry for you. Here. Take this. It's worth a fortune. But a fortune's not worth much if you're dead. Consider it payment for saving my life.
A soul coin, true to its name, holds a mortal soul inside. It serves in the Nine Hells as very valuable currency.
I have a few of them at least.
Still breathing.
Yeah, I can't
Despite
believe
everything.
that. That was so absurd.
You peer through the telescope.
Double critical failure. Is that a dragon? Enough wisdom to know how to focus a telescope.
You see a dragon circling like a bird of prey, hunting. The telescope points to the left. The telescope points straight ahead. The telescope points to the right.
There is an emerald grove there. Okay. Grove environs. Let's go here. Is there a path on the back side here? No.
Keep your distance, darling.
Poison. Pick up and add to wares. Yeah. Oh, nice. I mean, she's got slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing though. Not versatile though, unfortunately. Oh. Oh. What was that? Huh? How did I disable the HUD? Space skip. What am I skipping? What?
Let's try this way.
Keep a blade close.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
My faith protects me.
Why can't she? Space skip. She's supposed to be having some special conversation here too.
That coin's worth plenty. Don't let a squid get their tentacles on it.
Okay. Well, that reset it, I guess. That was a weird bug. Right. It's a main hand only. Slashing, bludgeoning, piercing. Would there be a versatile piercing weapon for him? There would be. Okay. Send to the dock. Right.
No one stopped me yet. Best be on my way.
Our Lady of Soul.
Yeah. Let's go around it first. Let's go this way.
Aradin didn't make it. Pity. But he might have got more of my people killed, if not for you. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The Druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The Druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. You're wounded. The Druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he went with those adventurers. It seems they left him behind. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other Druids in the Inner Grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs. I've tried. Korga, their new first Druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the Druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Trust no one on the hunt.
You know, if you focused on stealing things instead of complaining, you'd probably be a bit happier. Or at least you'd make me happy. A rufflesome blackguard's hat. I think that's appropriate for you. Easy sandal.
Yes, let's. Is that blood? No, never mind. Don't waste a step.
Our Lady of Soul. Please. Make me rest. You just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back. Right now.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Yeah, yelling always makes the situation better, right?
I made no such oath, and I will not be held responsible for these people.
Just be responsible for yourself then. We have to stay. It's the right thing to do.
Zerg! Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
Well, that resolved itself quickly.
We should have left by now. Damnation! Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake. You don't understand. My apprenticeship with Leroican begins shortly. I cannot be late. Yes, that Leroican. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate. His name is known far and wide, I see. Few can match him in terms of raw power and talent. Until now, that is. In years to come, you will boast of this meeting, I can assure you. May we meet again in Baldur's Gate, my friend.
Yeah. Humility is his greatest skill.
If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
This grove is kept by Sylvanus' faithful.
Oh, yeah.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long. I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanus guard them as they continue their travels.
Right, thoughts and prayers.
As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need. Sylvanus be with you.
Sylvanus be with you. And also with you. Let's read a book real quick here before we end for the day. Read a few books. This is The Unclaimed. Story of a cleric of Shar whose soul was never claimed from the City of Judgment. In her life, her service had been impeccable. Daily did she devote herself to the Lady of Loss. Daily did she free herself from the tyranny of memory. All, in time, was lost to her. Her relations, her preferences, even her own name. Upon the altar of her devotion placed she the ultimate offering, her emptied hand. And when she died, she awoke in death, and found herself standing in the pale and faded city of judgment. She waited for the Lady of Loss to retrieve her. 1,000,000 souls and more passed her in colorless gusts, but no hand materialized in her hand. No voice whispered instruction in her ear. No guidance proffered itself from the bleached and barren sky. Time, immaterial time, passed around her like air, coming and going, and still the goddess did not come for her devotee. Kelemvor pitied her as much as the Lord of the Dead is able, but could not intervene. This cleric of the Lady of Loss, unclaimed, despite her worthiness, might yet have one more lesson to learn. That not of forgetting, but of being forgotten. It's the humbling experience of nobody giving a flying fuck about you. A lesson. Death and Divinity, a godly guide. The spine of this heavy black book is inked with a chain of silver skulls. Death is too powerful a force for even a single god. It is a duty that has been passed from hand to hand, splintered into smaller pieces. Disease, war, funeral rites. But there must always be an overseer of the cycle as life falls away. For countless eons, it was Jurgle, the lord of the end of everything, presided over mortality with his unblinking stare until even he grew weary. Young Ball, Bane, and Merkel must have thought themselves conquerors when they came for the god of death. Yet he used their ambitions to free himself. Merkel claimed primacy over death from Jurgle's bargain, but even he does not rule death alone. What is murder, if not the most violent of deaths, seized by Ball in his incessant greed? What need would there be for noble Kelemvor to judge passing souls if one deity could hold the process in time? Even gods can die after all. Those who worship death should remember that, above all else. So seemingly there's almost like individual rituals that have representation of abilities or influences, capabilities or insight. They're just like passing ideas made manifest because they exist, because people want them to exist. Something along those lines. It's odd to think that someone can be in charge of or control a conceptual belief. I guess that's what makes them deities, makes them gods. The Mortal View Eyewitness Accounts of the Ball-Spawn Crisis, mass-produced book. It's a cheap imitation of Ball symbol stamped onto the cover. The old seal on the inside of the cover belongs to a printmaking collective of Bowie's Curse. Knew the second that girl was walking, she'd be trouble, little thief, always in everyone's business. And that ward of Gorion went right along with her. No surprise, a wicked god's blood was running in her veins. That's very nice. I wonder whether that was Winthrop who said that. And this is obviously about Emowyn. Saravak and his lot are always the first ones that come to mind. You know, this all started with a bit of iron and Ashka. Everyone thought their weapons would rot out of their hands. Back then, I thought the problem was bad trade. Never took the man for a son of Ball. You dare speak that name to me? My mistress was turned to ash fighting those forsaken wretches. I curse Ball, I curse Irenicus, and I curse you. Hostile vampire. It's, right, Bodhi. Bodhi was turned to ash. The 5 toward Tetheru. He says, I don't think anyone expected more ballspawn showing up would fix the war that a pack of them started, then again, they were all inclined to killing each other. Not authorized to be talking about any murder with someone like you. Take it up at the sea tower if you want to argue, but honestly, who cares if ballspawn got stuck to them? Folly is the killing type, after all. It almost reminds me of the cutaways from Interstellar, the Christopher Nolan movie. They're like, oh, there was dust bowls everywhere. We didn't know what to do. We couldn't deal with that properly. The Book of Dead Gods. The names of dead gods, most of them unfamiliar and unpronounceable, fill the pages of this ancient tome. Journey through the jungle. Adventures of one Baron von Baden and his goblin guide Jaw, as they brave the thick jungles. The sun had just fallen below the horizon when I first heard its call. 1,000 reed pipes at once, whistling a single, beautiful, terrible song. Ulu Thalong, said the Jaw. It's coming. Jaw dropped her pack and scurried up the nearest bitter. With a bit more effort, I climbed a tree of my own, and the two of us surveyed the grass ground beneath. Ow! There it was again, above and beneath and all around. So close my skull vibrated from the sound. The ferns and foliage ripped under me rippled and swayed. Jaw held a finger to her lips to demand my silence, and in one motion it snatched her. A vine? A tentacle? It hardly mattered. The hunter had found its prey. Jaw's screams swelled and faded as Ulu Thalong dragged her away. I leapt down to give chase, but the creature left no mark behind. The grasses were untrampled, the shrubs unbroken. And only the memory of that harrowing call to guide me. The call of reed pipes. The curse of the vampire. Ancient text written on dry, crackling paper. Its cover is inscribed with every holy symbol you've ever seen and some you haven't. Harking close and beware the vampire. Beware its cold beauty. Beware its charm. Beware its curse. Above all, beware the pale noble. The vampire cannot bear to be of the common folk. Yeah, clearly above. Or at least an attempt to be. How doth one protect from the beast? Walk nigh in blackest night, for the vampire loves these nights more than any other. If you must walk, do so by the light of our moon, and take care. Carry the blessings and marks of your God at all times. But remember, your home is a fortress, if protected well. If you hear a knock in the night, be wary. Let no stranger into your home. If it be a friend, look upon them. Do you find them pallid and wan? See you any mark upon their neck? See you any dirt upon their clothes? Unless their need is great, turn away all but the most trusted. Well, that's a bit hyperbolic. And if the beast finds its way into your home, flee. Leave love and family behind. You will not save them if you fight. You will not see them again. They will see you, pale and smiling, calling them into the night. Right? Very alarmist viewpoint. I did enjoy those books.
Need anything else? Of course.
And
but please,
I have
remember,
much to do today. I will
you're not
do
the
other
only one
things.
in need.
But the game is fun. There's a lot of interesting things here that one could do within the game, and it's just been fun to go through so far.
Sylvanas be with you.
And also with you. And we shall save. And that is that. Yeah, we will. We'll get into. We'll get into more Baldur's Gate. Perhaps later today. Perhaps tomorrow. But it's a lot of fun. It's been an interesting time so far. Definitely, like I said, very much like other Larian games. Not so much Baldur's Gate, but you know, it does have the D&D, the Faerun 5th edition rules and stuff. So maybe you'll feel more and more like it as the game goes on. It is very enjoyable though. So I'm glad to be able to play it after all this time. So thanks for checking in, watching the VODs, or you know, checking in a later time on YouTube. Thank you, and take care.